Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the SMS channel. When you get a chance, please check out my website, thesmschannel.com. In today's episode 1 of Company Analysis, we're going to take a look at a startup company, a brand new technology company called Apple. You might have heard of them. They have a market cap of about $2 trillion, one of the highest in the world. We're basically looking to answer a couple of specific questions about the company. First, what is Apple's secret sauce? Why is their exclusive club so successful? I mean, what kind of alcohol is Apple selling to their consumers? The second question is, why do consumers buy Apple products and no one else's? I mean, what kind of drugs is mixed in Apple's drinks to keep the consumers so hooked and coming back for more? If you think about it, this is a Pablo Escobar level influence that Apple has over its consumers. So let's talk about that. All right, so answering the first question, what is Apple's secret sauce? Apple is a technology company that makes products specifically for the non-tech consumers, or more commonly referred to as the idiot or the stupid consumers. And bear with me for a second, please, because I do not agree with this analogy whatsoever. Instead of idiots, the better word would be technophobes. However, the technical business term is lowest common denominator. Remember that. And yes, Apple is obsessive and compulsive about the lowest common denominator, which is the main secret, by the way. Apple is not about getting anywhere first. They're about making it super simple for all technophobes on all devices. The idea is if anyone picks up any Apple device, it should look and feel the same. Kind of like consuming Starbucks products. Anywhere in the world, the products would look and feel the same. To explain this, let's take an example of vertical climbing, going from the first floor to the fourth floor. If we need humans to climb up to the fourth floor, we shouldn't build stairs for people with legs, like in apartment buildings. Instead, we should build ramps for wheelchair users, like in hospitals. This would make it super easy for people with legs as well. Apple quite often takes it a step further and considers while ramps might be easier than stairs, a wheelchair user is going to get exhausted after pushing up 4 floors. So let's focus on the wheelchair consumers first, remove ramps, and build awesome elevator only experience. If we succeed, then we solve vertical climbing problems for the entire human civilization. So, applying this example to Apple directly, when you are coming up with a texting app, make it in a way where a blind consumer can use Siri to keep their texting conversation going on all Apple devices. So make texting super easy, keeping in mind the less tech-friendly audience, for example, grandparents, disabled groups, or very often, even your own parents. Make it so those consumers can use one contacts app to send a text, call, email, FaceTime audio, FaceTime video with one tap. No need to open Skype or Zoom or Outlook separately. If you are getting an unexpected call while doing dishes, just put on your AirPods and answer. No need to fumble looking for your phone. Either the iPhone, the Apple Watch, the iPad, the MacBook will auto-connect to the call. If you want to set a reminder, just yell out to Siri. Any one of your devices will perform the action and save it to your reminders. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the secret sauce for Apple. This level of mass consumer thinking for all products that existed from very early on in the company, by the way. Take a listen to this short clip with Steve Jobs talking about the first real commercial computer, the Apple II. By the way, do you remember ever seeing Steve with hair on his head? Yeah, so this interview is that old and goes to show his long-term thinking for Apple products to be appealing to the mass market?
We were designing the Apple II, and we really had some much higher ambitions for the Apple II. Woz's ambitions were he wanted to add color graphics. My ambition was that it was very clear to me that while there were a bunch of hardware hobbyists that could assemble their own computers, or at least take our board and add the transformers for the power supply and the case and the keyboard and go get a, et cetera, go get the rest of the stuff. For every one of those, there were 1,000 people that couldn't do that but wanted to mess around with programming. Software hobbyists. Just like I had been when I was, 10, discovering that computer. And so my dream for the Apple II was to sell the first real packaged computer, packaged personal computer, where you didn't have to be a hardware hobbyist at all. And so combining both of those dreams, we actually designed the product. And I found a designer and we designed the packaging and everything.
As you heard, it clearly defines his vision to build fully packaged products that are easy to start using right from the box. Remember being able to hit the spacebar or click the mouse to wake up your computer screen instead of requiring to use all 3 fingers and hold down Control, Alt, and Delete? I remember showing it to my mom for the first time and her asking me if she needs to learn to play a piano first and then learn to open a computer. Making it easy and idiot-proof for the lowest common denominator has been the key to Apple's success. Now let's move on to the second question. Sure, Apple has done a good job, but why do consumers love buying Apple products exclusively and never look elsewhere? There are just so many other cheaper and sometimes much, much better options. You want to know the truth? The truth is one word: ecosystem. You get hooked to the Apple ecosystem. Take a look at any product review from MKBHD or Unbox Therapy talking about how all Apple products put together makes for a great overall experience because of the ecosystem. To explain this, let's take the example of car industry, specifically getting our cars serviced. Imagine a family of 3, a dad, a mom, a college kid. They live in Texas and absolutely need 3 cars to commute daily. A small sedan for the college kid, for school, games, and friends. 1 SUV for the CEO mom, and a luxury sedan for the architect dad. Now let's just say all of these 3 cars were from one brand, BMW. It makes life very easy for the family to go to service appointments once every 6 months with all 3 cars at the same time, and then go get a lunch or rent bikes and go for a ride. The service and experience is consistent and wholesome no matter what product you buy from BMW across the globe. The experience is so good that tomorrow, if dad decides to spice up his life and get himself a motorbike or get his daughter an e-bike, which brand would he automatically think of? Even if he forgets about the bike, the next time he's in for service and BMW has the motorbike presented in a beautiful ambient showroom, he's automatically hooked. Relating that BMW example to Apple directly, an iPad Pro for the college kid, a MacBook Air for CEO mom, and a MacBook Pro for the architect dad. One-stop shop. Also, let's not forget about the 3 iPhones that is required for the family. Tomorrow, when there is a need for wireless earphones or a digital watch, the choice is natural. Beautifully presented AirPods, AirPod Pros, AirPod Max, and simple to use digital watches. In order to activate, just bring them close to your iPhone. Done. In order to pay for these products, no need to stand in line at the back of the store like you would at a gas station. You can use Apple Pay from any device you own and pay right at the entrance of the store. That's how simple life is. If not for BMW's one-stop solution, what are the other options? Instead of the family own the sedan from Honda, the SUV from Mazda, and a luxury sedan from Audi, it's not impossible, definitely not impossible, but it would make life for the family more complicated. By solving grandparent level issues, Apple had a snowball effect of having long-term, very happy families invested in the brand. Families, not just individuals. Doesn't matter if you own 1 or 10 Apple devices. The experience of iCloud ecosystem, the hardware ecosystem, being able to delete photos, being able to activate sleep mode, connecting your headphones, using Apple Pay, all easily from any device at any time. This gives the consumer a level of consistency and happiness that is unparalleled to others. That is the simple reason for their success and the $2 trillion valuation. Developing products seamlessly so even quote unquote idiots can use them, and display these products together in one store or on one website to make consumers' buying decisions simple. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to conclude by borrowing a quote from the popular show The Simpsons. You'll never go broke appealing to the lowest common denominator. Subscribe, like, share. Adios.